AFFRM is timely, it's important, it's relevant, and it is revolutionary. This year at Sundance, you had several young African-American filmmakers, including myself, who did very well, had strong movies, Pariah, Gun Hill Road, and they got bought and distributed, and definitely made a mark. And I think people are like, oh, these movies are actually good, because usually when you say African-American film, people are critical of the quality. That's often because the films that you got to see weren't the best ones. The fact is, there's only 2 times in American history when African-American film has been significant. That was during segregation, and that's because theaters were set up differently and black audiences were going into black theaters. So there was a distribution model already in place. People were going. Then during the blaxploitation era, the studios were putting out black content films all the time. No matter who was making them, they were putting them out. That's the only 2 times that black cinema as a whole has been really significant economically and socially. Sweet Sweetback's Badass Song, Melvin's film, one could argue that had the Black Power movement not been where it was, that film is not the success that it is. Melvin is a brilliant filmmaker, but there was a movement behind the film, and that's what made the film successful. And if you track most of the smaller films, whether the movement is a political one or a social one, when the movement is behind the film, it has a greater chance of success. And the African American film releasing movement is significant because that is what is going to help to make sure that Kinyarwanda gets to the audience that it's supposed to reach. Film is tough for everybody, white, black, Hollywood is a sexist, racist place. And if people don't say that out loud and admit it out loud, then they're, it's like you're walking on a basketball field but calling it football. Like it is, the industry was not necessarily designed for certain people to be a part of it, the nepotism, the things that exist in there. However, with that said, access to equipment and the technology has changed in such a way that everyone can make a film now. Whether they should, that's a whole nother question, but everyone can make a film. So financial walls and hurdles are there, but they are lessened with the technology. There are a lot of great films out there, great films being done by African Americans. The problem these days is that, and the problem that is really is the heart of the issue, is distribution. I mean, making a film is one thing, but getting it seen is a whole nother beast. There's a million beautiful films by Italian directors and black directors and white directors who you're never gonna see them. They're not gonna make it to your multiplex. They're not gonna make it to your neighborhood. They're not gonna make it to the DVD. And so the people who have control of distribution actually have control of the film game. It's not about making it, it's about getting it seen. AFFRM is important because AFFRM changes the paradigm. With the distribution model in place, the collaboration with the African American film festivals who already had a built-in audience, working together to give African American filmmakers an outlet, a place. Now the power is in the hands of the distributor. So I can be a decent or a talented director, but without AFFRM or without that distribution piece, my work doesn't get out into the world, so that work almost doesn't exist. And so AFFRM completes the journey. How you doing? My name is Alrick and you're watching Reelblack.